Now, something I would always recommend when you're looking at original records like this 1881 census that I'm looking at on Ancestry is to look around your person of interest to see who else is there. And by that, I don't just mean the household they're in, because you're going to see that, but I mean the neighbors and the pages before and after. Now, this one is really interesting. I was just doing a tutorial video on this, which you can see in another video, and I was looking at my 3x great-grandmother Agnes Blackmore Barnes here. And instantly, when I was looking at the page, I first of all thought, oh, she must be in this household, but no, next door but one is her son. Okay, so Agnes is over here, and then his son is 2 doors away. So I've already stumbled on that family. Now, I haven't been looking at him because he's not a direct ancestor of mine, but it's always very useful to have. So what I can do when you stumble on someone like this is if you press that, the person icon, and then you can select their name here. Now you've got William Fry Barnes. Now let's see if I can save the person in my tree. And if I've got him, and I think I might have him, let's type to search. Okay, nothing coming up. Now, if I try William Barnes instead, because I think it's an exact search. And it took a little while for that to load, so let's have a look. Okay, I've got 2 William Barneses. Now, let's see, 26, 1881. Okay, already that looks very close, because the age, yeah, that could work. And we can always give or take 1 or 2 years in these anyway. So I'm going to say yes from this view. And let's save, and then we'll go through the dialogue to compare him. About 1855? Fine. I'm happy with that. Ilfracombe, Devon? Yes. I am rather sure this is the same one, especially as Agnes's maiden name was Fry. Okay, so he's been given his mother's maiden name, and he lives next door but one. And then I can add the rest of the family. So you see how much more quickly you can add to these people. You might want to do a bit more due diligence, but when you see them, you can go and add them. Now let's add all of these and continue then with another thing. Okay, so save to your tree. Okay, and now I've jumped into William's profile. But let's not get lost. Let's go back to that 1881 census that was on, view image. And I was also focused on Agnes to start off. Yep, right. So if I come back to Agnes, now let's have a look. And I did this just as a little bit of practice. If I press this button here, or I can toggle the page number. Okay, so I can press page 11 to go back a page. Instantly, the first people I see are a Blackmore family. Now, Agnes's middle name was Blackmore. So the chances are that she's related to them because there was many of them around. And you can see just by turning a page, you can add so much more. Now, I would need to confirm this as well. I'm not entirely sure about John Blackmore. Maybe if I want to have a look, I can see. And it is a very common name in that part of the world, so I shouldn't get carried away. I've still got to prove it, right, with the records. But let's just see if I've got him already. Because if I've got him already, then no. Okay, I could add that person, but I want to double check. And if you look at the age, 36 compared to Agnes, who was 61, it could be her nephew, right? Or it could be her cousin's child, something along those lines. But it's interesting to see just by turning that page. And if I turn over the next page, are there any names that stand out? None that look familiar, but it's always good just to go, because you find that the families often used to live together in quite close proximity. And just by flicking over. This works particularly well if you've got an unusual name in a small place and you're just going to see them over and over. They're going to stand out at least on the page. Okay, I've gone a few pages. Maybe I'll go down to page 10. And you could be more exhaustive just to get the flavor, but always be flicking around and seeing what you can find. Checking that much more as I go. Now check out my next video on the censuses on Ancestry, and I'll see you there.